What's up, guys, and welcome back to Hogwarts. Welcome to the most beautiful version of Hogwarts Legacy that we will ever see on console. This is Hogwarts Legacy on PS5 Pro. Just imagine watching the sunrise over the castle on a crisp spring morning. Very excited to be back, baby, and very excited to check out this new update and this new console here. So there was an update that just went live for the game this morning. It's got quite a few bug fixes for both versions of the game, but the biggest part is this right here. So the patches aim to improve and optimize the game's visuals and performance for all game modes on the newly released PS5 Pro system. So all modes have improved sharpness thanks to PSSR. In performance mode, you've got a higher dynamic resolution, as well as increased view distance and improved foliage, rock, and structure quality. Fidelity mode has a higher resolution target. And last but not least, fidelity with ray tracing, which is what we're going to be focusing on in this video. Higher dynamic resolution, sharper game-wide ray traced reflections, enabled ray traced reflections on bodies of water across the game, and realistic ray traced shadows enabled. I guess PS5 Pro means 5 different performance modes. You've got fidelity, fidelity with ray tracing, performance balanced, and HFR performance. Most, if not all of those, are available in the base version of the game as well, but the PS5 Pro should improve on literally every aspect of that. And oh my goodness, does this look amazing. So it's all going to be in the little details. You could see like the shadow of the pot right there. We've got the shadow of his head as soon as he turns. Look at that as he bends down. His shadow is going to be moving with him. Those weren't nearly as sharp in the original version of the game. Buildings and trees in the distance are being reflected off the fountain water here. Oh my goodness, dude, this looks so
because I told you,
much better.
I can transfigure one. I've seen her do it. It's true. Soon get us a snitch. Non-verbal spells are very difficult.
And risky. You could never do one.
It's a pretty big snitch, but nicely done. There you go. Oh, dude, this world feels so alive. Look at the people batting little bludgers back and forth. Oh. This just looks so good, dude. We're gonna fly over to our Great Hall and kind of main entrance over here. Look at how sharp the shadows are there. Look at her movement there. Everything's super sharp. You can even see him moving as the sun kind of moves across the ground here. They are so much sharper and so much smoother than they were before. I'll have another example right here from the Great Hall. I was trying to do a one-for-one comparison, but I couldn't get the brightness settings to be the same. There were two different brightness menus on my PS5 and PS5 Pro, even though I have HDR off on both. I don't know what's going on, but look at this. You could see the reflection of our character in the doors there. Wow. The handles are reflecting differently than the rest of the door is. All right, let's head inside. I mean, that's not what you want to see at a... I think he just got stuck. We're just going to pretend like we didn't see that right there. Look at the sun coming in from these windows, reflecting in the different light paths on the stairs here. Oftentimes when you have really, you know, heavy ray traced games, it just looks like everything's covered in water, and it you know, this has a lot of variance there. It's not like everything is reflecting. Like when we look around here, some stuff is reflecting the windows better than others. Sometimes they don't really reflect because you're hitting the lighter parts of the floor there. All right, we're gonna go through this door, through this door, and this should be the Great Hall right here. Oh. Oh, these are my favorites. Dude, look at the reflections in him. I can see myself in the suit of armor, in that murderous, horrible suit of armor. Obviously, it's not detailed. He's, you know, kind of an imperfect metal suit of armor there, but you can see a reflection walking back and forth. Oh, this just looks so good. Into the Great Hall here. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Look, you've got the green, blue, red, and yellow, and you've got green, blue, red, and yellow reflected across the floor there. The green coming in through these windows. Oh, this looks so good. Again, look at how smooth, how sharp those are. I mean, it's not perfect. You know, there is a little bit of fading there, but looks so much better than what it did on the other console. The difference between these two is pretty jarring. This is a pretty good one-for-one comparison here. I mean, it is way better. Absolutely love the way the light is interacting with everything here. You can see how it reflects on the shiny, you know, more resurfaced part of the floor, and then you've got the pathway the students take that kind of wears down the wood that's not reflecting it. Yeah, that looks really good. I will say, I know like part of the goal of the PS5 Pro was to make it so that you didn't have to choose between fidelity and performance modes. Dude, look at the shadow of the student walking in front of that thing there. I don't think this is quite hitting that mark though. Like I don't think we're at quite 60 FPS here. It doesn't feel like it. When we go into the menus, it feels really smooth in 60 FPS, but I would say for the most part here in the world, it's a little bit closer to 30. You still have to make that choice in this game. Hopefully in other games, we're going to be able to see a solid 60 with full ray tracing. Kind of see how that works out. Got some ghosts running off there, but yeah, this, for a ray tracing experience, this is just immaculate. Look at the reflections in the ground. I can't believe this is on console. I think that's the thing. Like, most people probably don't need this. I wouldn't say anybody actually needs this. But the fact that this is putting out graphics like this on a console, on a $700 console, which, yes, is expensive for a console, when you think about what it would cost to spec out a PC to have these same graphics, it's pretty impressive. I think you'd be spending a lot more than $700. It's one of those things where, again, nobody absolutely needs this, and a lot of times you might not even notice the difference, but for people who are super serious and
I could use your help.
Have a little extra money in their pocket, it does add an extra level of detail. I said we go over to Hogsmeade, see what we've got going on over here. Oh yeah, dude, the puddles. Look at the puddles there. I mean, obviously puddles don't matter that much, but when you're talking about, you know, an extra little layer of realism, that for sure gets it done. Can we see ourselves in like some shop windows or something? We can see some more reflections on the windows. I don't know that I necessarily see myself. It's getting to be a little bit later in the day. Got a river over here, don't we? It's been a while since we played. Yeah. Go check this river out, see what we're working with. Ooh, you can kind of see, look at the tree reflected off the water here. That looks pretty nice. Again, a little bit later in the day. Might have been better if we were here earlier, but you can see quite a bit of detail. Little mud puddles and stuff. There's just something about this game, dude. Like, that gives me chills every time. Look at Hogwarts off in the distance. Can really see a lot of it in the Black Lake here. The shadows coming off of the boathouse down there. You've got the reflection of the tree in the water. The trees off to the left. The castle shadow down there. Oh, look at the light rays and everything coming through. Dude, this is just so magical. We're going to have to replay this game at some point. I don't know when would make sense. Obviously, we've got a sequel coming out at some point, so we'll probably replay it before that, but maybe we'll play it again before that. I have no idea, dude. I miss this game so much. I don't know, the flying feels pretty... It feels pretty smooth. Again, I don't know if we're necessarily quite hitting 60 FPS. Oh, we can't land up here. All right. It's definitely better than what it was on last gen. Look at how detailed everything is. The shadows of the other towers of the sun moving across them, slowly disappearing from sight. The beauty of this game was the setting, you know, the map, the castle, the everything else, walking the grounds here, feeling like you're living in this world. And the gameplay was pretty solid. The story was pretty good as well. Really loved Sebastian's story and stuff like that, but just simply walking around out here, nothing better than that. And this is, again, the best way to experience that. You guys fancy a little dip into the Forbidden Forest during the nighttime? And it's still not dark outside yet, so I think we're gonna be okay. But dude, this just looks so amazing. Ooh. Got somebody. Ooh. Somebody's attacking the frog. All right, here we go. Woo!
Back for more. Not the brightest child.
We took him down. Here we go. Good night. Got some elk in the distance here. How you guys doing? Nice to see ya. I'm friendly. Trust me, I know there's a lot of scary stuff out here. I don't think that was an elk. I think that was a deer, Trev. All the shadows from the flames and stuff. A wolf here. He's down. It is just so ominous out here, dude. I see a fire up here. You guys friendly? I don't think you guys are friendly, are you? Hold on, I gotta throw my spell HUD back on. I had turned everything off. I can't remember what button is what. I mean, we don't really need anything else if we have that, right? I forgot. We had the forbidden curses on here. There you go. I was gonna say which one's which with, like, you know, Levioso and whatever else that we need to be able to break their defenses, but I guess we don't really need those in that sense. Got a little fire here. All right, I say we go back to daytime. Appreciate it a little bit more. Now, for comparison's sake, this is what we've been working with. This is the Fidelity with ray tracing mode. It's been improved here for PS5, but again, I don't think we're quite hitting 60 FPS. I'm gonna guess somewhere around 40-ish, maybe a little bit more. Let's switch over and we're gonna check out the other modes. So if we go into our display, we're gonna go with performance mode. We're gonna have to reboot to be able to make that happen. This is what that solid 60 FPS would look like, which, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it is way smoother, feels way better, but it's not nearly as good looking as our Fidelity with HDR. Shadows, obviously, not as impressive, not as detailed. You've got the flickering and stuff happening, the water. I mean, you've got some reflections, but it just doesn't look anything like what we were working with earlier. So that's kind of the goal. The goal is to try to mix these two, and hopefully eventually as time goes on, PS5 Pro is going to be able to give us kind of the best of both worlds. I know we've talked a lot about shadows and puddles, but look at that shadow right there, and you can kind of see our little scarf flopping around the background and stuff. That looks great, but this looks even better. So there you guys have it. That, my friends, is Hogwarts Legacy here on PS5 Pro. This is just absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. The best version of this game that we will ever see here on console, and I'm excited about the PS5 Pro. I really hope that we see more games start to take advantage of it. There's somewhere between like 50 and 100 games currently that have some updates and kind of like extra performance enhancements for the PS5 Pro. Obviously, all games going forward for the next few years will be taking advantage of it as well. And it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. I think we've said it before. I don't see it as like a completely necessary upgrade for every single person out there, but if you are a hardcore gamer, you've got a huge library of games, you have a lot of games that take advantage of it, and you've got some extra income to be able to spend on having the best graphics, I think it's worth it. You know, I think being able to play in max quality with also 60 FPS is important, which again, we maybe didn't quite hit here, but at the same time, like if it's not in the budget and it doesn't make sense for you right now, I feel like you're not really missing out on that much. I mean, at the end of the day, all games and all graphics modes look so good right now. It's like you're kind of splitting hairs. Most people won't truly notice that much. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in our next one, and peace out.